we're going to do that. Thank you all for coming to St. Paul Special Call Meeting for Monday, March 3rd, 2025. At this time, Scott, would you do a roll call, please?
Mr. Simmons.
Here.
Mr. Trevino.
Here.
Mr. Graham.
Here.
Mr. Swanner.
Here.
Mr. Dryden. Here. Mr. Neal.
Here.
Good, thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, gentlemen. So at this time, item 3 will be the public comments section. I have a form here from Jeff Paul, I believe.
That's me.
There you go. So we'll let you go.
All right, and I'll try to be short. I'll try to be short-winded. I'm a lawyer. Don't hold it against me. Any of you all in the room may have any predispositions against us. I do have notes, so hopefully I'll get to the point. I'm here on behalf of Bobby Massey. Bobby's sitting here with me. Bobby bought the property at 2387 St. Paul back in 2012, and 2022. See, I already messed up. Thank God he's here to straighten me out.
2387?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
2387 St. Paul in June of 2022. He bought it as an investment property, and looking at the property, he saw that the property, at least according to the maps that he saw at the time that he got from the city, and in his discussions with Leanne, that property was ETJ. And so for that reason, he saw that it might be a good investment, be an opportunity. He also checked with the county, and the county, of course, also had the same maps. There's also, I think, a 2023 plat in which is showing that Bobby's property, for the most part, is an ETJ. It makes a difference. He paid about $300,000 for the property back then in 2022, not 2012. He's put a lot of money into the property. Because he anticipated that he was going to use it commercially. Now he's actually got 2 buyers. Okay, so there's 2 contracts. Both of those contracts are contingent upon basically what's going on here with y'all. So Bobby wants to be a good citizen and a part of the positive that's going on. And so we're here to participate as best we can, let you know how it is that we feel. And so how we feel is, we sure, as much as we love the city, we do want to remain in the ETJ because it will be very impactful as to whether or not we can close these deals, or one of these 2 deals. We only do one. So other than that, there's not a huge amount that we have to add.
Can you clarify what you said? It was dependent upon what we're doing.
Well, yeah, if the property is, if the boundaries as per the map, which shows a majority of that property to be an ETJ, is what the city says, because there's been discussion between Bobby and Scott, and I believe also at least one of the buyers and Scott, about the issue as to whether or not it's an ETJ or not. If the property is not ETJ, but is in fact part of the city, then the deals probably will not go, because it's not as valuable. These folks aren't wanting to buy the property to put a home on it. There is a structure on it now, but it's not a home, it's a workshop. And like I said, Bobby's put down some gravel because he anticipated that it would be used perhaps as a storage or something else. That's what he's looking at. So anyway, any other questions? No? If no more questions, then that's all I got. Thank you guys for listening.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time very much.
Is the house that looks to be in front, or is that part of the property as well?
No, it's not.
So you're just talking about this is the property behind it?
Yeah, so my driveway, and then the driveway leads into the vacant 2 acres.
Got it.
So the driveway is actually in St. Paul, so
Correct.
again, had me concrete the driveway, which leads into the property that's ETJ.
And then the ponds in the back are not?
No, those are not mine.
Okay. And so I'm just trying to understand, so the question...
It's 3 acres, I believe, is it not?
2.
2?
So
Okay.
the issues are, part of it's in town, part of it's not? Is that?
Well, when Mr. Linden filed his petition to release, I think it was 1 acre from his property, the ordinances that he was actually referring to, there was an annexation map attached to, or a boundary map attached to ordinance 168. It's the first time I'd seen that particular map, and when I looked at it, it showed his property, Bobby's property being in the town, and several other
Oh,
properties.
the entire property of the town?
Right.
And so obviously that threw up a red flag, because I hadn't seen that map before, and I started looking at other maps. And eventually I found a map that showed several properties in the town that were adopted by annexation, through an annexation ordinance, and we have those ordinances. But to this day, I have not been able to find anything that would have officially de-annexed those properties from the town either. So that's what I'm struggling with right now. And I've shared very little of this with Clark at this point, because I want to put the whole picture together before I hand it off to him. So I tell you, we probably have about 20 plus properties that have been shown on a map being out of the town. And the map that was prepared by the town engineer, I asked the town engineer, what did you use to remove those properties from the town limits? I'm hesitant to say this, but I'll go ahead and say.
Well, you don't have to discuss it since this wasn't a topic on the agenda, so.
Yeah, I'm very hesitant to say some of this
So-
right
so-
now.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure you.
once we clarify, we can get back with you on that, and that's what we're currently working on right now. And so be more than happy. Does Scott have your contact information?
He's got mine.
Okay, and so, yes, we'll get back with you on that as soon as we find anything out for you.
Thank you, guys.
You bet. Thank you for coming in, I do appreciate it.
Have a good
Are
night.
you sure you don't want me to stay here and tell bad stories?
Have a good night.
Y'all take it
Thank
easy.
you.
You're on his clock, right?
Exactly.
Come on back.
Y'all take it easy.
So at this time, item number 4 is executive session as authorized by Chapter 551, Chapter D of the Texas Government Code. The regular meeting will be convened into closed executive session under the following exceptions. Section 551.071, consultation with the attorney, zoning, and various land use matters.
So
Do we need a motion to go into executive session?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Do we
Sure.
need a motion to go back into regular session?
We're back in.
Okay,
Just stay here.
so we already back in?
Yes.
Okay. So we reconvene for the regular meeting at this time. Does anyone have any action they'd like to take on executive session this evening? Not at this time? No discussion? Okay, at this time I'd call for adjournment.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
2.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is concluded. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.